Well, isn't that lovely? At least my YouTube channel goes down with flair. Good evening, peeps. My name is Scribbs, and welcome to Democratic Socialism Simulator. Now, this is gonna be a tough one. This is like I think the 7th time that I'm trying to do an intro for this. And it's tough, but it's for good reasons. This game is a game that I got in the Racial Justice Bundle quite a few months ago when the whole Black Lives Matter situation really started gearing up over in America. There was a bundle released with 700 games on itch.io, and I played a bunch of them, but this was also one of the games that I played but never planned to record because it's political. And there's nothing that I could tell someone apolitical to sort of sweeten the deal and get them into this video. This is a video that's gonna be political, where I'm gonna sort of say my opinions more. I don't like talking about opinions and stuff because I feel like that can create some diversity, or not diversity is completely fine, but division between the channel because a lot of people won't have the same opinions, but it's fine to not have the same opinions. But I felt, especially as we were going up to some very important times for you Americans who need to go out and vote, or even vote by mail if that's absolutely necessary for you, I felt this was also important to just sort of, I don't know. I don't know if my opinion matters at all. I'm not even American, so it probably doesn't. But I felt in these times where politics is such like a big elephant in the room to talk about, I felt it would be actually a little refreshing to have a little bit of transparency, so you guys can, I don't know, learn a little bit more about me. This is going to be a longer one, and it's going to be one where I'm probably just going to sit down and talk, and that's how it is. This is not going to be everyone's cup of tea at all. There might be fucking no views on this thing. I have no idea. But if you're amongst one of the 5 to 10 people who've decided to join me on this journey, thank you. Welcome. I hope you will enjoy this, and I hope that we can have some, I don't know, nice talks in between us, I guess, even though I'll be doing most of the talking. But let's get into this. The art style for this game is very pretty, to say the least. Welcome to Democratic Socialism Simulator. Would you like to take a quick tutorial? Drag this card left or right to answer. So yeah, this, in case some of you guys might have played that game before, this game is sort of like Reigns, where basically most of the gameplay is just dragging left and right and then seeing sort of how things go from there. Yes, please. Great, so this machine simulates the challenges that a socialist or social democratic government might face in the US of A. Ew, why, some might say. I know this doesn't immediately end the game, but still. Well, if you're interested in the status quo simulators, you might want to play literally any other game instead. I love the passive aggressiveness in this game. Why the USA? At the time of this release, we see a political opening in the United States. Stay tuned for other versions. How do I play? You play as the President of the United States and the coalition behind him, her, or them. Go on. This machine will offer you semi-random proposals with 2 choices, like this one. I get it. Some messages won't require any choice on your part, like this one. Just swipe either way. In the screen below, you will see a model of the electorate. It's a collection of virtual voters. Okay, the voters are positioned according to their approval. The closest ones will vote for you at the next elections. Simulation assistant, thank you. Each virtual voter has 2 top priorities. A choice might alienate some voters and attract others. Drag left or right to preview the effects. All lives matter, or Black Lives Matter. Now, this is going to be a fun video. You guys can already tell. Well, God, I feel like I should actually address my opinion on some things. I don't really know how to put this, but a few months ago, I donated to the Black Lives Matter movement. I stood behind the Black Lives Matter movement because it's a movement that I knew stood up for egalitarianism, aka equal rights for everyone. It stood up for everyone being equal. It wanted to get closer to that goal of everyone being equal. And that is something that I deeply support. So that's why I decided to stand behind it. And I know when I say all that, you might be thinking, but Scribbs, that sounds exactly like what the people in the All Lives Matter movement want. Why don't you say all lives matter instead of only Black Lives Matter? But that's where I think the issue is. And if you asked me a few years ago, I might have been on your side of the conversation because I was a little bit confused about the meaning of Black Lives Matter, and I was also a little bit privileged. I'm an Asian person. And I know I might not be the most privileged type, especially in a country, or seeing as I'm in a country that is 99.9% white, then I don't experience in any way the same sort of prejudice if, say, I was of Middle Eastern or African American descent. If I were either of those things, my skin color, purely my appearance, would cause me a lot more trouble and be something I would be a lot more aware of. So I, as a privileged person, assume that when it comes to rights and when it comes to privilege, we're all on a similar playing field. But that's where I'm wrong. Some people have it harder, purely because of how they look. And that's why the movement is called Black Lives Matter. Not in a way that it is exclusionary. And I know a lot of people have that knee-jerk reaction like, oh, that means that I'm not included, and that means that only Black Lives Matter. And I think that's a misunderstanding of the message. It basically means Black Lives Matter too, because it is not a level playing field. A lot of Black people have it worse off, are in more danger in just everyday society than everyone else is. The message isn't Black Lives Matter more than yours. It's Black Lives Matter too. Minorities' lives matter too. It's not about giving them an advantage in the playing field. It's about leveling the playing field so we are equal. And that'll be a long road. It won't happen anytime soon, but who knows? Maybe in 50 years, our opportunities based on appearance, based on just where we come from or our cultural heritage, will hopefully be more level, more equal. And that is why I say Black Lives Matter. You can click on individual voters to check their top issues and their approval. Many policies require funding. The yellow bar indicates your current budget surplus. You can go -2. Oh, in that way. Okay, so this is going to be troublesome. But now after that heavy segment, we can lie back a little more. And I can firmly say, you know what, I'm a Scandinavian. Ooh, I like my taxes. I like taxes. The central bar represents the people's power. Right now it's empty. Oh, that's not good. That's the problem you're trying to solve. Of course, people's power? That's actually good to know. A combination of economic equality, as I said, leveling the playing field, workers' organization, and citizens' engagement. All the good stuff, yes. The gray bar represents the greenhouse gas emissions in the USA. Your goal is to reduce them to 0. I don't know if I can do that, sir, ma'am. I'm gonna try my best. Some radical reforms require a certain majority in Congress. This icon here indicates the minimum level of support you need. Oh, we're getting very political now, and this is gonna be tough for me to know how to do right. But I think the system is very simplified for me. You can gain or lose Congress support at each election or due to major events. Great! As president, you can only be re-elected once. Midterm elections will occur halfway through each of your terms. Oh, that's it, more or less. Swipe left, swipe right, pave the road to socialism, and such. Okay, great. Oh, and don't get demoralized if you fail. It may just be a bug in the simulator or plain bad luck. Ready? Yes, I am. Congratulations! Oh, wait, hold on, I need to give you a voice. Congratulations! This is your first day as president. Have you chosen a theme for your inauguration speech? Ooh, hope or political revolution. Now, that is, see, oh, I actually like that. So you can sort of see, so basically the closer they are to the front of the screen here, the more likely they are to vote for me next time. So that's also fun, the fun thing about this game. I can't just go all the way in on one thing. I actually have to be diplomatic and willing to talk some things out as to win as many votes as I can. Okay, so I would go political revolution, but this one just gives me exclusively bonuses. So I feel like I'm gonna go with this one. And how I'm thinking of it from a gameplay perspective, but I don't know. I'm also going to try to keep it a little lighthearted, so you know what? This one gives me the best bonus. Let's just go with hope for now. I can always subvert the government later on. How would you like your ceremony to be? Humble or lavish? Oh, Jesus Christ, it drains my freaking government budget? No, I'm just going to go humble, thank you. Wonderful ceremony, moving speech. Now we have to start working. So many proposals, so little time. Good on you, Democrats. Support for our presence in Afghanistan is near 0. This is gonna be a. I'm gonna start sweating throughout this video. Support for presence in Afghanistan is near zero. Even conservatives, vets are advocating for withdrawal. Well, if everyone hates it, and it gives me a fuck ton of money, why not do it? I'm notifying you that the Iraqi government is calling for all foreign troops to leave. They want us out. Oh shit, now I gotta think about, like, American foreign politics. But basically, if you want my opinion on most of the foreign politics that not only America but Europe has had in anything related to, like, colonized areas such as the Middle East or Africa or Asia or something, I just say, this is my point of view. The only thing that I can really say that sort of shows my viewpoint, we fucked them. We screwed them over, and I don't know if intervening will help more, so let's just withdraw. Hopefully this will give me some money as well. Yeah, let's just go with this. Surely, you are aware that leaving Iraq would jeopardize our presence in the... Oh, shit. Yeah, but again, we can't force us being there. Can we? This is where... I will admit, this is where I'm not very smart. Foreign politics, especially when it comes to the Middle East, it's such a mess. I'm just gonna go with this because it gives me money. That's my excuse. We have an extravagant budget surplus. When the bar is full, the extra money goes to a new sovereign wealth fund. And it's used to buy shares in existing companies. Basically, we slowly and legally socialize the means of production. Oh, yeah. Honey, coal power plants are the worst. Why do we even keep them alive? Slow phase them out or close them now. I mean, there's not really any opinion I can say on this, except that anything greenhouse gas related, or like anything when it comes to global climate change, we have to do. We should have done something fucking years ago. And if you want to watch a video about climate change, I recommend Sir David Attenborough's most recent documentary he released. It's I think you can watch it on Netflix, and it's basically sort of his testimony to the world, and it's very sad, but also very, like, I don't know, it gives hope for the future, and I feel like they have a lot of good ideas. So yes, let's close them now. Surely. Democracy is cool. Let's make election day a national holiday. We might increase voter turnout too. I am everything voting related, yes. The Supreme Court is still dominated by old conservatives and threatens to overturn your policies. Well, that's not good. Should we reform it? I don't know. This is Congress. I'm Danish. I don't know. We can add 2 new seats to rebalance the Supreme Court. The Republicans turned it into a partisan body. Let's take it back. It won't pass. Oh yeah, I don't have enough, so I guess I'll have to say no. We can limit the Supreme Court justice tenure. Each president appoints 2 members which replace the most senior one. Amend the Constitution, sure. At your earliest convenience, here's the draft for the Pentagon budget. Nothing new, only needs a rubber stamp. Also, I love that you're a bald eagle. I don't know, I love the designs for the characters in this. It's sort of like, I always felt like, this is a good argument, this is a good thing they did in Night in the Woods. Basically, they made all the characters anthropomorphic because that way you're completely blind to basically, like, appearances. You're blind to outward appearances, race, appearance, all that. It doesn't matter because they're all anthropomorphized characters, and that way you can only really focus on the personality. It's a really good way to blind people of regular prejudice. But let's re-examine it, sure. Budget item space for... I remember when I read about this first. Oh my god. Yeah, no, just cut it, man. I don't feel like this will fucking help anyone. For a swift transition to renewables, we need to create a new agency, a power marketing administrator. Marketing. Wait, what? Well, if it helps the transition to renewables, I feel like it's a good idea. The opioid epidemic killed 400,000 Americans. Whew! I submit we go after the corporations that enabled it. I feel like yes. Because especially when it comes to anything, this is also another thing I guess I need to bring my freaking viewpoint on, drugs. But I don't think the right thing to do with drugs is basically hunt down and basically imprison the people taking them. People obviously end up having problems if they get addicted to something, and there's a reason it's an addiction, because most people just don't have the willpower to fight through it. What it requires, instead of hunting them down, is like rehabilitation, have medicine available, or some ways to like get them out of there. It's way better than at least imprisoning them. So yeah, sure, let's go after him. Budget item, nuclear arsenal modernization. If somebody's out to blow up the world, it should be us. No! I know the gun nuts are gonna hate me for this, or basically the security, military strength, fighting crime and terrorism. Yeah, I know you guys are gonna dislike me, but yeah, nuclear weapons. I think there's actually something Red Cross is doing right now, where they're trying to basically get everyone to agree on basically what's it called, demobilizing most of their nuclear arsenal. And that's because if one of those goes off, it can have damage not just upon like a country, on us as a race, that we potentially won't be able to repair. So yes, cut. There's no reason for freaking mobilizing. Our sovereign wealth fund is growing. Where should we invest on? Biotechnology or renewables? Well, my goal was to get rid of the carbon, so let's try it with renewables then. Having trouble connecting to the Christians? Visit the Pope. He's a crypto leftist. Is he a crypto left? What? Yeah. I know my verses. Our glorious highways are crumbling. We have to invest in roads, bridges, and motorways. Oh shit. Fix every part. But that increases the CO2 and it takes a lot of my money. But it does give me some... Oh. It'll fix it a little bit, but I think infrastructure is also important to efficiency. I know it gives up the... this is where we have to be diplomatic. I don't want the CO2 thing to raise. But sure, fix every pothole. I shouldn't tell you this, but legalize pot, yes. There isn't technically, like, to my knowledge, if you actually go into the research, I don't know... Actually, I don't think there's even anything, like, inherently really wrong with marijuana. I don't think it has, like, any really long-lasting effects, except potentially getting addicted, and then also... If you're already like predisposed to psychosis, I think it can do something to you and maybe develop it even faster. But I don't think it is as dangerous as a lot of people make it out to be. So let's go. Sure, done. Are you high? I also love that the civil rights leader is a panther. Okay, but yes, sure. Wait, you should also get people with marijuana-related convictions out of jail. Sure. Wait, you also gotta reinvest or invest the new revenues into communities screwed over by the war on drugs. Yeah, that's fair. Stop right there. Let's not create another big tobacco, co-ops for marijuana businesses, labels, health standards. Yeah, we can't just have it be a completely free market thing. That would be probably bad. Regulate it. Gun nuts hate you. Let's enjoy some recreational shooting. I've actually done shooting before. You guys might not know this, but I've actually shot guns multiple times in real life. My granddad, to say the least, is a gun nut. So yes. Yay, where should we go? Hunting. That would be against my principles. Cause I'm a vegan. So let's just go to the gun range. Sure. Great, choose your weapon. Why? Oh, fuck. I want to go AK. Like a freaking Cisco style. I do also know that the AR-15 is one of the most controversial guns in America because I think it's like one of America's only... I don't know if it's an assault rifle. I know that there's a lot of talk about it not being an assault rifle, but still, I think it's something about it having an unnecessarily big magazine for a recreational or defensive weapon. So I'm not gonna use that. Out of respect for what's been going on recently. I know the AK-47 isn't good in terms of history either, but let's just go with that. Dark money is corrupting our elections. Let's nix Citizens United by oh shit. For you people in America who aren't quite aware of what Citizens United is, there is, I think, an episode of, I think it's called Vote, a series on Netflix or something that actually talks about Citizens United. But basically, advertising for presidential candidates is very normal in America. It's way more normal in America than it is in other countries, or it's at least very normal to spend vast amounts of money on it. But this is sort of like a different thing. This was an entire movie made to go up against another presidential candidate. I think, basically it's just political advertising. I know that's not the gist of it, but I know it's basically like political advertisement. I'm against it, but I can't pass it. Oh, fine, I'll wait. What about 70% tax on earnings above 10 million? That's what we used to do in the 70s. I mean, okay, a lot of people are gonna hate me for this. I think it's fair to tax very, very wealthy people. And there's a lot of people who are against me on that. A lot of people think, well, if you worked so hard for it, you should get all the money. But the thing about being rich is that it's usually not something that you can do, even if you just put all your backbone into it. A lot of people think that, oh, the American dream, like, you know, if you just work hard enough, you'll get rich someday, or you'll get $10 million or something. But the fact is just that usually that is just not true. It's a combination of both. It's a combination of, one, working really, really damn hard, but then also being really, really, really lucky. There's a really great video by, I think it's called Veritasium, about like basically how to achieve success or how much percentage of it is luck. And basically, a lot of people who just make it to that $10 million mark or something, basically a lot of them just have a really strong survivor bias. A lot of them think that they just worked harder than anyone else without actually being aware of the amount of luck that struck their path. So I feel it's fair. I feel it's fair to tax people because it's not exclusively just them working hard, it is also luck. And I feel like sharing it is okay. Okay, well, the government will take most of your earnings when you become a multi-millionaire. God damn it, Fox News. I also like that it's literally Fox. That way you could keep the name. Nice. What about stopping all deportations for undocumented folks who lived more than 5 years? What happened to my accent? Mala idea? What? I think it's fair. Again, like a lot of what do you call it? Like immigration and stuff. Basically, it happens a very big ton because of desperation from people. And I absolutely get that. I also get why there's people on the other side of the argument, like, you did something illegal, pay the bill for it. You did something bad, you should be punished for it. And I get it, but when something is so close to also so often being just purely done out of desperation, I know not everyone does it out of desperation, but a lot of people do. I feel like, you know, handling it as least of a punishing way as possible is the best way to do it. Like, punishing people who are desperate, all it does is just make them more miserable, perhaps even more desperate. And plus, I think 5 years in America, yeah, let's just go with this. Can we overturn the Muslim ban? It's kind of xenophobic and yes, look, man, I've somehow managed to sway around like the Trump administration or something so far, but when I heard that is stupid. That's not just America though. Freaking people and parties in my country are so freaking anti-Muslim and stuff. I hate it. I don't know why. Let's just go with this. Yes, screw those guys. Question: what did you mean by winning the class war? Bourgeoisie, proletariat, or style and fashion? Oh, I did not know this would move my thing so much. I don't know, the billionaires will hate me, but the workers will like it. We could expand Social Security if we removed the caps on all payroll tax. They just favor the very rich. I know this is very bureaucratic for a lot of people. Sorry about it. I don't really know how to keep it entertaining. But if it only favors the very rich, it's... I don't know. How can I say no to those eyes, though? Like, come on. Healthcare advice, you look adorable. And plus, if there's anything people are doing way too little of these days, it's fucking trust their healthcare advisor. So let's sure, tax the rich. Should we keep building the wall? No! Fucking no! You fucking... No! Yo, is it time to tackle the housing crisis? Yeah, sure. It's gonna be a big one, I know, but sure, tackle. Turbines everywhere. The wind generation potential is 9 times our energy demand. Really? Oh god, they're so expensive. But fine. Mandatory minimum sentences are only added to mass incarceration. The DOJ can... Yeah! I don't get why you have mandatory minimum sentences. Doesn't make no sense. Rural America has been neglected by the Democrats, but there's a lot we can do there. Let me help you. Sure, join the team. Farming's gotten a get big or get out deal. Bust the monopolies and we'll all be merry. Oh yeah, if it is monopolies, I guess that is illegal, so sure. It sounds really cheesy, but planting trees totally helps the environment, so let's plant trees. Motion to cancel also. we might go into national debt for this one. But this is sort of what I actually think most other, like, Western countries have this, so... yeah, gonna have to cancel all that. Whew, that is pricey. The left must keep lefting. Jacqueline Magazine. We're officially in deficit. It means that spending exceeds revenues. It makes me quite nervous. I get it. Wind turbines are literally killing all the birds. I read it on the internet. What? Nice economy you have right there. It would be a shame if something happened to it. Lobbyist. Is this a threat? Of course not. But all these taxes and regulations are pissing off Wall Street. You're playing with fire, comrade. No, it is. No, it's my mandate. Go away. The midterm elections are upon us. Will I get re-elected? I think so. Woo! You maintain the same number of seats in Congress, so I get more if I win by more? I guess. Okay. Damn, that is some dapper music. Your pro-labor agenda convinced millions of working-class non-voters to get back to party politics. Hey, a voter's top priority has changed. Nice. I want to keep going a little bit more. This game is fun. I actually will say this game is entertaining. I know probably 0.2 people are watching right now, but I'm having fun. I know it's political, and I know that if anyone's right-leaning, they've probably turned off. But hey, I mean... yay, infighting alert, a batch of leftist candidates challenging our party incumbents. What? Don't endorse them? Well, I mean, I gotta admit, man, I never really liked the American idea that they have going on with sort of like only two parties. Really? You can only pick between two? Like, I think in Denmark you can pick between freaking like 8 of them. So, I'll endorse not unity, I guess. Make public transportation sexy. With a major investment we can fix and expand our sad infrastructure. I like it, but my money! Let's invest in big solar power plants. I'd love to. But my money. A carbon tax is a beautiful way to make polluters pay and incentivize transition. I love it. Oh! Hey, I like that too. That means I can get money and lower carbon. That's nice. Now, Joe, I feel like I should be taking a lot of these more seriously, by the way. I'm sorry. I'm a European as well when it comes to... Like, of course, there's some things where I can put in my thoughts and stuff, but there's also some stuff that... it's even too American for me, where it's like, I'm just sort of feeling my way forward to what sort of feels right. Dow Jones plunges 800 points. Prove that socialism doesn't work. Y'all gotta support organic farming, make it real cheap. That's the Albany brand. I like that idea. But my money! Let's establish a progressive tax on the extreme wealth. It'll only affect the 0.1 and raise trillions. Hell yes. Hell yes. I know the people who want tax cuts won't like that, but under the new wealth tax, billionaires will be taxed at the same rate as middle-class homo... Wait, they aren't? They aren't taxed as much as a middle-class American? Why? Investments are languishing, so I prepared an economic development package. Cash and near-cash incentives. Ew, I don't know, bro. This music is very funky. But it just gives me less money and it increases that. I know it gives me votes and stuff, but... nah, I don't know. You also look like the mayor from Zootopia, so I'm gonna say no on that one. Sorry to interrupt. The constitutions are anxious. Will you push for Medicare for all? Another thing we have in Europe, at least. I think most places. At least we have in Denmark. And I will say, I know that there's a lot of people who are questioning, like, is it really a good idea? Isn't it like socialism and stuff? Doesn't that mean that it takes away your choice? And I gotta say, man, I'm just so happy that, you know, because no one has... That's the thing, though. There's a lot of people who are like, well, it's your choice. Just get, health insurance and stuff. Or just pay for it if you get sick. But the thing is, no one has rain check money for getting fucking sick, especially if it's like really sick. If you get cancer or something and you have to pay for that out of pocket, that'll put you immediately in debt. And there's nothing that you'll be able to do to say that, like, no one has hundreds of thousands of dollars just laying around. It'll break your bank. And I know that it costs a lot to give everyone Medicare, but I don't get the point that some people are like, but does that mean that the people who can afford it get less, or it's like, oh, there's longer lines to go to the doctor or something, and it's like, what is your point in that argument? So basically your complaint about Medicare is that too many people are getting Medicare, so you have to stand longer in line? Are you serious? Like, really? Is it really that cutthroat that it's like the people who have money should get it first? But basically, is Medicare for all in like countries where it's already established, such as in Scandinavia, is it perfect? No, absolutely not. But does it take a fucking gigantic weight off my shoulders knowing that I don't have to be piss scared out of my pants and basically gamble whether or not if I'll go to the doctor, check whether or not if I have cancer, and potentially go broke, or if I'll just stay at home and hope it doesn't that's not the case. No, I'm gonna go for it. Sorry people who don't think that's a good idea, but I'm gonna do it. You can establish a single payer health plan. The government covers all the bills. Simpler, less wasteful, just lovely. Yes. Socialized healthcare is actual slavery. What was that, Tucker? What's his name? Tucker Carlson or something? He always looks like a sort of like, I don't know he has a very specific face. He's always like, I don't know why. Wall Street is on strike. Investors dump assets, stocks dip down and retire from Question, you once said billionaires should not exist. Literally or figuratively? I'm gonna be a little more diplomatic and say figuratively. Sued opioid giant files for bankruptcy. We're the scapegoats. Your student loan cancellation primarily benefited the... Oh, really, guys? Come on. Corporations and billionaires are moving their wealth to offshore tax havens. Have a plan to stop them? You do? All countries should automatically exchange tax information. Make it happen? Something we can agree on. Increase long funding for veterans. Yes. Half of Amazon workers are being replaced by robots, the other half are paid in peanuts. We're shutting this down. Really? Amazon workers on strike. Our inalienable shopping rights are in jeopardy. Let's invest in renewable energy, baby. I'm going to wear a t-shirt. Yes. You can have so many more cool prints for t-shirts anyway. Switzerland is refusing to comply to tax transparency agreement. It's kind of the whole bit. Switzerland, you fuck. Don't you ever get enough money? Piece of garbage. Sanction them, sure. The Amazon workers are occupying warehouses now. These hooligans are wrecking the whole economy. Let's negotiate. We demand living wages, better benefits, and a plan to put Amazon under public ownership within 10 years. Yes. It's not reasonable. When the strike is over, Amazon will meet all the demands, but it will stay private. Ooh. I really want to socialize Amazon. I really do. But let's just... Okay, it's a compromise then. You get off this time, Jeff Bezos. The world tax constitutional. Some billionaires don't think so. Ooh, I can pick between a dog and a cat. Ooh. Sorry, actually, this is really tough. I love... This is the thing, though. I'm not really a dog or a cat person. I love both dogs and cats. Dog, sure. Redistricting time. I was thinking, why don't we hire Gary Salamander to redraw the... No. That is one of the fucking dumbest things that I've ever heard. If you want to look at something that makes you lose faith in the fucking system, I think it's called gerrymandering or something. And basically it redraws districts to basically just clump a bunch of people together so their vote only counts as like, or their like district vote only counts as one. You sort of redraw everything so it turns out that there's, even though there's more people that voted for one thing, it says on paper that there's like a larger amount that actually voted for something else. And it's just some of that bureaucratic bullshit that I think even Republicans and Democrats can agree on. If it's not in their favor, it sucks. The presidential elections are here. Will you get a second term? 4 more years, baby! Yo, let's go. I think I win. You've been re-elected, but you lost some seats in Congress. Oh, shit. But anyways, folks, that's all the time I've got for this one. I would like to have actually sort of finished this, but I think it's actually a long game. This is only like me starting my second term, I think. So we're only halfway technically through this game, and it will be a long time before I'd be at the end of it. I think I'd need at least one more episode. But that was still really fun. I know it was political. I know it got deep. I know I got into some of my opinions at points. And that might not have been what some people would want. You'd prefer for me to just sit down, be like a silent YouTuber, and I just talk about the gameplay in the games I play, and I don't really tell you anything about who I am or like my opinions on things. And it's okay. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that you can do that with. A lot of YouTubers that just sit down, they talk about nothing but the games. There's a lot of YouTubers you can do that with, but I always wanted transparency to be a thing here, and I also wanted people to just accept me for my opinions, I guess. But yeah, thank you to you 2 people who haven't left this episode yet. It really means a lot. If anyone watched this to the end, I'm guessing this will get like freaking 30 views or something maximum. It's political. It basically hits all the boxes for it not being like a video that'll work out. But hey, you know what? Screw it. I had fun. So yeah, anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Remember to hit that like button. It lets me know what pivots to your interests. Remember to hit that subscribe button. It keeps me going even when the going gets tough. And then I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.